like so many of you, as in like one or two, ask for videos on how to apply the Hello Beautiful palette. So here she is. Look how pretty. Each one signed by me. Y'all know my signature is worth at least 3 pennies, and then with inflation up to 10 pennies in 10 years. But this is the Hello Beautiful palette. I did this palette way back when, so this is called the Hello Beautiful palette part 2. And I'm gonna show you guys in this video how to apply the bronzer, blush, and eyeshadows that it comes with. So let's start with the bronzer. I already got some bronzer on, but just to show you guys, I'm gonna use the sheer buffing brush with a little bit of this guy right here and apply this on and below my cheekbones. And then of course on my neck. Please do not forget the neck lift trick. Nobody wants to see your white neck. So apply it here. This color is kind of between golden and warm, so it's a universal kind of a neutral color. And then if you're watching my videos or you've come in for a lesson, you know how to apply your blush. Where does the blush go? On the apples. So smile, get that cheesy grin, and the part where you would naturally flush your blush is where you put the blush here. So all the colors in this palette are exclusive to this palette with the exception of the Dusty Orchid, which is with a middle eyeshadow color. So this is not a blush that we normally sell, but if you guys like it and I get feedback from it, I will bring it out in the permanent collection. So they don't have names. So far we have on the bronzer and the blush here on the apple. You can see how it's kind of a cool purple pinky color. This little guy right here could be either an eyeshadow or a strobing powder. So do you guys know what strobing means? Strobing is essentially highlighter, but it's more of a dense pigment. So to apply this, I like to use an eyeshadow brush. And when you put it on, you really just want to keep it right on the high points. So it's going to be a little bit more intense than like our Rock and Rose highlighter or the Late Night Candlelight if you have that one. So be very careful how much you use. But you can see how the light reflects off of the top of my cheekbone when I put this product on. You can even put it on the here and on the Cupid's bow as well. Right there. Or if you have a smaller chin and you want your chin to come forward, you can put it there as well. So I'll put it on this side, just a tiny, tiny little bit. And you can see how the light catches it and gives me a really, really electric glow. Now I'm gonna use the eyeshadow. So we've got 3 colors in here. We've got a purple with a shimmer, we've got Dusty Orchid, and then we have a really dark purple for the corners. So my rule of thumb is always, you apply your shimmer colors to the eyelid. This is the only place you are allowed to apply shimmer. Kind of pressing it onto the lid, working it right up to where the eyeball meets the brow bone, which is your crease. Pretty easy, self-explanatory on the palette. There's one shimmer, there's one matte medium, which is Dusty Orchid, and then the dark one. So now I'm switching brushes to the blending shadow brush, and I'm going to the matte color, and I'm tucking it in between the eyeball and the brow bone. A little bit heavier towards the outside, lighter as I go in, and blending it up towards the brow lift. So you can see when I look right into the camera, you can see how it gives me a little bit more setback, kind of like Spanx for the eye, which is why we do not want to put shimmer in our crease color, because you want that to create a shadow and push everything back. Nobody wants this part of their eye to sparkle and come forward, which is why we avoid shimmer in the crease of the eye. Of course, before I got started, I had on my eyebrows, my brow lift, and my eye base, which is giving me the illusion of light and bright up here. Please do not add any eyeshadows to that. Now, I don't like to work directly with my dark colors. What I like to do is kind of like the medium shades, then I line my eyes and I smoke off the liner. So right now I am grabbing my angled liner brush, which is called Art Liner Brush. You can see that little guy right there. If you have the watercolor eyeliner brush, you can use that as well. And since my hair is dark, I always use the Pitch Black. This is almost empty, but it's kind of like a cake liner that you can wet and make a paste with. It's like a shoe polish texture once it's on, not dripping water off your hand. That's too much water, and it will get into your eye and it doesn't feel good. If you've ever gotten that into your eye, you know what I'm talking about. So now I hold my mirror downward and I press and I wiggle this right into the root of the lash, going corner to corner. So far I just have it on the outer half, but you can see how much more defined my eyes are already looking. I don't like to go directly over my eyeball, so I move my eye over and I do the inner corner, so I'm not going directly over my iris. If you're not good at this product, you can start by mastering just putting it underneath your lashes. If you're a little bit more advanced, makeup 102, as I say, you could add some on top as well. Tilting the brush upwards just a little bit towards the end, but more like connecting the dots, not dragging it across your skin. There you go. So you can see how much more defined my eyes look. Looking good, looking good. Pressing and wiggling, not dragging it, all the way across, corner to corner. Tilting the brush up just a little bit. You can see on the end, instead of dragging your eyes down, this will make your whole eye pull down. Tilt the brush upwards like this. Making sure you get that entire membrane right in here so you don't see any pink skin between each lash. Then I switch over to my smoky eye smudge brush, which is the tiny little tight C-shape brush. Don't judge my fingernails, I'm just showing you the brush. And now I'm gonna go for this really dark guy right here. Kind of tap off the excess. And this is what I'm going to use to smudge around my eyeliner so you don't see a defined line. A smoky eye doesn't necessarily mean you have to have dark shadow all the way across your eye. You're just smoking and smudging the line to create the smoky effect. So you can see the difference in these two eyes, how it just looks a little bit softer around the definition, but it also gives it more of that like party makeup look, evening time. You don't have to go all the way across your eye like this with your dark color. I'm just making it a little bit more sexy looking. And then to top that off, we have our new Cosmic Dusts. And I haven't tried this color on yet. It's called Supernova. It's kind of like a white gold. I would assume it's probably the closest that we have to the old creme brulee, either this one or Zodiacal Lights. Very, very close one, has more yellow gold in it. This is more of the white gold. Oh yeah, baby. Look how pretty that is. So you can see how by adding the shimmer just right here over my iris, it opens up my eyes big time. I'm obsessed with this stuff, I love it. I'm not a big fan of bottom eyeliner or eyeshadow on the bottom, so I like to keep my under eyes naked. But if you want, you could use, I would say maybe one of these two underneath. You could put some of the Princess powders, the Cosmic Dusts, over them to lighten them up. But I like to keep my under eye free of makeup because it just opens up your eye more. Now I'm going to use some of the Luxury Mascara just to finish off the lashes, and I will be doing a complete after picture and attaching it to the end of this video so you can see what the final look looks like. Isn't that pretty? Don't you love it when you do that? So when you put your mascara on, you want to start towards the base and give it a nice wiggle. That'll give you more volume. If you ever draw mascara on your face, don't take your finger and rub it in. Take a Q-tip and kind of roll it off of there. That way you don't make a big mess. There we go. Try to get this as close to the base as possible, especially if you're a blonde, so you can cover up those white eyelashes. And then at the very end, take your concealer. This is our new Satin Skin Stick. That's both a foundation and a concealer, but good to use for cleanup at the very end. Can't find my concealer brush. So we're just gonna pretend, oh, here it is. So I'm taking just a smidge, and if you got too far out with your eyeshadow, this is a really good cleanup tool. So you can see how you can go just right there along the edge, and it makes it look real sharp and defined. And if I were to put anything at the bottom, I would use my shimmer shadow I was just putting on my iris, the Supernova. I'm using the crease and corner brush. I'm just gonna apply that right underneath. And I'm ready for a party. So thanks for watching. These little guys are $75. They are exclusive to holiday 2018. And I think we have about 90 left. So enjoy the video and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. Thanks for watching.